So let's go back to our database so we can monitor what we're doing here, and click back on users. Okay, so we're going to start by opening our text editor. We're going to connect to our MySQL server and then connect to our database. So I'm not going to be doing this properly because in this video I'm just demonstrating SQL injection. So I'm just going to use a standard MySQL connect function. It takes 3 parameters. If you haven't already looked at this, I do have another video on it, so go back and again have a look at this. My username is root and my password is just blank, and I'm going to say MySQL select DB, and this is a_database. So let's just echo out a confirmation message here, just to check that we're connecting successfully. So let's refresh there. No, just do that. Okay, so we've got an OK message there, so we've successfully connected to the database. Let's start creating our form. So we need to take a username and a password value, and we're doing this. I'm going to put both fields equal to text values so we can see what we're typing in our password field. So I'm going to say form action, and I need to set a property form method as well. And the form action is going to be index.php. We're going to come back to that, and the method is going to be post. Okay, so we want username, and we want to take an input, and the type is text. The name is username, and that's it. So now what we can do is say password. We'll bring this down a line, even though we're not breaking down a line, we'll just bring it down for neatness. We'll say input type is text. Name equals password, so this is the user's password, and then again we'll just line down and we'll say add a submit button here. It's a very basic HTML form that we're creating. Let's just preview it in our browser, and yeah, we've got username and password, so we can type something here and we can type something here. Okay, so we can see the password. You'd usually set it to the type of password, so you can't actually see the password, but for now we're gonna set it to text so we see what we're doing. So when the form resubmits, we need to first of all check if the posted username and posted password are set. So we use the isSet language construct. So we say isSet post username, and so we use our and operator, and we say isSet $_post password. So if these are both set, we can now assign them to their own variables. So username is going to equal $_post username, and password is going to equal $_post password. So let's just echo these out so we can see that this is giving us back our input. So I'm going to type A in here and B in here. So what we should get back is just A, B next to each other. Okay, yeah, so our variables are successfully being picked up using the post username and the post password. So we can now get rid of that echo. It's always good to test your program as you go along. Now I'm going to say if not empty username and not empty password, echo OK. So now let's test this and submit nothing. Okay, nothing happens. Now let's test submit A and B. Click submit OK. So we are checking, just doing some basic form validation. The username and password must exist. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to structure our query. So our query is going to equal, and like I said, if you've already seen this, you'll know exactly what we're doing. The query is going to equal select ID from users, much like I demonstrated just about 5 minutes ago. So select ID from users, where username equals something here, and password equals something here. So let's just put them in apostrophes. So where username equals something and password equals something, this is obvious. It's where username equals username and password equals password. So now we can create a new variable called query run, and we can run this query. So MySQL query, and actually process that query through MySQL. Now this is the dangerous line, because what we've done here is we've processed this query, and so far we've given absolutely no protection whatsoever to protect against SQL injection. And I'll show you in a minute. We're going to look at something inside the php.ini file, so the PHP configuration file, which doesn't automatically escape characters such as a single quotation mark. So usually when you submit data with a single quotation mark, you can automatically put a / in front of it as a security measure. But at the moment I've got it disabled in my php.ini file, so that's the first way we're going to look at protecting against SQL injection. So let's first of all just comment out these, and let's go ahead and echo out the username, and we'll break down a line and we will echo out the password as well, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Now remember earlier we talked about quotation marks inside our queries, and quotation marks are deadly as far as query goes, because what people can do, like we looked at earlier, is end a specific statement, if you like, and create something else. So we can add or keywords in, and we can end different lines, or end different, like where equals, and we can end here and then start something else and then end here again, just like I demonstrated earlier.